Structure of a kidney tubule. Kidney tubule is a structural and functional unit of the kidney. All the functions of the kidney are performed by this kidney tubule only. They are also known by another names like uriniferous tubule, nephron or renal tubule. So now we will discuss about the various parts of the kidney tubule. Now kidney tubule has the following parts. Now look at the diagram. The first part of the kidney tubule is Bowman's capsule, this cup-shaped part. Then proximal convoluted tubule. Then loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, and the last one is collecting duct. Starting with the first, that is Bowman's capsule. It is thin walled, made up of single cell thick epithelium. Here only one layer of epithelial cells is present, so it is very thin walled cup shaped structure which is present at the front part of the nephron or the kidney tubule. Now the space which is present here, now this depression which gives it a cup shape appearance, here a tuft of capillaries are present which help in filtering urea or another nitrogenous waste from the blood, and that tuft of capillaries is called as glomerulus. Now this glomerulus and this cup shape Bowman's capsule together, they are known as Malpighian capsule, and the diagram of Malpighian capsule is very important from examination point of view. This diagram is very important. Diagram of nephron is also very important, and this Malpighian capsule is also very important. So the first part of the uriniferous tubule or kidney tubule is Bowman's capsule. It is cup shape in appearance. The depression, this hollow depression of Bowman capsule is filled with the tuft of capillaries which are known as glomerulus. Glomerulus along with this Bowman capsule is called as Malpighian capsule. Now the second part is proximal convoluted tubule. It is the first convoluted part of the nephron, so we call it as a first convoluted tubule also. Highly convoluted, it is present in the cortical region of the kidney, that is in renal cortex, and as it is nearer to the Bowman capsule, now this is Bowman capsule, and as it is nearer to the Bowman capsule, so we call it as proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal means nearer. So being nearer to the Bowman's capsule, we call the same first convoluted tubule as proximal convoluted tubule. Both this Bowman capsule and proximal convoluted tubule, they are present in the cortical region of the kidney, that is renal cortex. Now the next part, we start from PCT, then runs down towards the medulla part of the kidney, and then again come back. So this hairpin like structure which first run down, move down to the medulla and then again return back to the cortex, this hairpin like structure is called as loop of Henle. After loop of Henle, the next part of the uriniferous tubule is DCT, or we call it as second convoluted tubule. Now DCT means distal convoluted tubule, as it is far away from the Bowman capsule. So we call it as distal convoluted tubule, and as it is second in number, it is the second convoluted tubule of the nephron, so the name is given second convoluted tubule also. This part of the nephron is again present in the cortex, and further it is joined to the common collecting duct. The collecting duct, it receives content of many kidney tubules and pour it as a urine to the pelvis of the kidney. So these are the all structural part of the uriniferous tubule or kidney tubule. Bowman capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, then loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, and common collecting duct. Common means 3 or 4 nephrons have one collecting duct in common. The urine which is, or the urea nitrogenous waste which is filtered by the nephron in the form of urine. It is collected in the collecting duct, and this common collecting duct pour it into the pelvis part of the kidney. From there further it is carried to the urinary bladder. Now this is all about the parts. Now we will start with the blood supply of the kidney. But before that, there is one column which is given in your book related to some facts of uriniferous tubule. Now the first is the total number of uriniferous tubule in both kidneys, that is approximately 2 millions. Now each single tubule is 4 to 5 centimeter long. So together the length of 2 million kidney tubule is about 60 kilometer, more than 60 kilometer. Now this great length, now why it is so long in length? This great length provide a huge surface for reabsorption of usable substances, especially water, as the content move through them. Now blood flowing through kidneys per minute 1 liter. Glomerular filtrate produced in 24 hours, that is 160 liters. You have to learn these things. And urine produced from glomerular filtrate after reabsorption per day, that is 1.2 liters. Now after this we will start with the blood supply to the kidney tubule. Blood supply to the kidney tubules. Oxygenated plus nitrogenous waste rich blood is carried by aorta from the heart. On reaching near the kidneys, a pair of renal arteries branch off from the dorsal aorta to enter the respective kidneys. So, oxygenated plus nitrogenous waste rich blood is carried to the kidneys by renal arteries. Renal artery, once it enters the kidney, it splits into number of branches to give rise to arterioles. Now these arterioles enter Bowman capsule under the name of afferent arteriole. So aorta supply blood to renal artery. Renal artery on entering the kidney splits into number of branches known as arterioles. Now these arterioles, they supply blood to the uriniferous tubule, that is to the kidney tubule, by the name of afferent arteriole. So this afferent arteriole, once it enters the Bowman capsule, again it divides or it branches into number of capillaries, and this tuft of capillaries is called as glomerulus. After this, all the capillaries present in the glomerulus again combine together to form another arteriole called as efferent arteriole. The diameter of efferent arteriole is narrower than the afferent arteriole. It is very significant. We will learn about its significance in the next topic. So after this efferent arteriole, it moves out of the Bowman capsule. After a short distance, again efferent arteriole divides into the network of capillaries. We call it as secondary capillary network, or the another name is vasa recta. This is secondary capillary network. Efferent arteriole again after moving a short distance divides into number of capillaries called as secondary capillary network, which surround the entire uriniferous tubule, and then after surrounding or after covering the entire kidney tubule, again these vasa recta, they reunite to form vein, and this vein is combined to the renal vein, and renal vein carries blood, that is deoxygenated and nitrogenous waste free blood, to the posterior vena cava. So this is all about the blood supply to the kidney tubule. Now next, there is one blue column which is given in your book. 350 times a day through kidneys. All the body blood passes through the kidneys 350 to 400 times a day at the rate of 1 to 2 liters per minute. Now starting with the progress check, name the following. The tube arising from the notch of the kidney on the median side of the connecting behind with the urinary bladder, ureter. The tube that passes the urine to the outside of the body, urethra. The inner lighter colored region of the kidney, renal medulla. Not like mass of the blood capillaries inside Bowman capsule, glomerulus. The structural and functional unit of the kidney, nephrons. The blood vessels which enter Malpighian capsule, afferent arteriole. Which leaves Malpighian capsule, efferent arteriole. Now next, given is a jumbled list of the parts of the certain body structure, loop of Henle, Bowman capsule, distal convoluted tubule, glomerulus, proximal convoluted tubule. Name the structure to which listed parts belong, nephrons. Now rearrange the parts in a proper sequel order. The first one is glomerulus, second is Bowman capsule, third is proximal convoluted tubule, fourth is loop of Henle, and fifth is distal convoluted tubule. Next, we are going to start with the function of kidney, production of urine.